It's the 30th of January 2016 and this is the Weekend Primetime News Bulletin. A very good evening. We are coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo, live on TV1 and Shakti TV. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Joel Outscoon. We start off today with a look at your headlines. After UN probe into the country's civil war, President Maithripala Sirisena downplays allegations as human rights violations.
පැහැදිලිව කියන්නට ඕනේ අපිට යුද අපරාධ සම්බන්ධයෙන් චෝදනාවක් නැහැ.
The son of former President Yoshida Rajapaksa, Roshan Valavita, Nishamth Ranatunga and two others remanded until the 11th of February. Girl raped and murdered in Mavatakama laid to rest. Locals protest against the killing. The Mani Market in Colombo relocated. In news from the President's Diary, we start off today. In a talk to Al Jazeera interview, President Maithripala Sirisena elaborated on how Sri Lanka would face United Nations human rights investigations.
ඔවිතා පැහැදිලිව කියන්නට ඕනේ අපිට යුද අපරාධ සම්බන්ධයෙන් චෝදනාවක් නැහැ. නමුත් එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ ජිනීවා මානව හිමිකම් කොමිෂන් සභාවේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම පහුගිය සැප්තැම්බර් මාසයේ ඉදිරිපත් කරන ලද යෝජනාවලදී අපිට යුද අපරාධ චෝදනා එල්ල වෙලා නැහැ. මානව හිමිකම් කඩකිරීම පිළිබඳව චෝදනා තමයි ඇතුළත් වෙලා තිබෙන්නේ. මේ යෝජනා වල අදාළ කරුණු ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ සමාජික රටක් විදිහට බැඳී සිටිනවා. නමුත් ඒ බැඳී සිටීම තුළ සෑම විටම අපි කටයුතු කරන්නේ අපේ රටේ ස්වාධීනත්වයට එකඟවයි. අපේ රටේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාවට එකඟවයි. දැන් මේදී මේ කටයුතු වලට ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම විදේශීය තාක්ෂණික ඥානය යම් යම් දේවල් පිළිබඳව අපිට ලබා ගන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් පුජ්‍යලයින් විදිහට අපේ රටට කිසිසේත්ම අවශ්‍ය වන්නේ නැහැ පිටස්තරින් පුජ්‍යලයින් මේ කටයුතු වලට. අපේ රටේ අපක්ෂපාතී අධිකරණයක් තිබෙනවා.
Would you bring whether soldiers or military or political leaders to justice if this is proven true?
මේ යුද්ධයට සම්බන්ධ වෙලා හිටියේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා හමුදාව විතරක් නෙවෙයි. ත්‍රස්තවාදීන්, LTT ත්‍රස්තවාදීන්. ඒකට LTT ත්‍රස්තවාදීනුත් විශාල වුන් විනාශයක් කළා. කවුරු හෝ අතින් සිද්ධ වුණා නම් වැරදි. LTT ත්‍රස්තවාදීන් සෑම විටම කටයුතු කළේ යුද්ධයකදී ක්‍රියාත්මක කළ යුතු ජාත්‍යන්තර පිළිගැනීම් සහ ජාත්‍යන්තර නීති රීති වලට එකඟව නොවේ. ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජයේ හමුදා සෑම විටම ඒ ජාත්‍යන්තර නීති රීති වලට එකඟව ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජයේ නීති රීති වලට එකඟව තමයි කටයුතු කළේ. ඒ කටයුතු කරන අතරවාරයේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා රජයේ ආරක්ෂක හමුදාවල යම් සමාජිකයෙක් හෝ යම් කිසි නිලධාරියෙක් අතින් එවැනි වැරදි සිදු වෙලා තිබෙනවා නම් මේ පරීක්ෂණ තුල බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඒ පරීක්ෂණ තුලින් එවැනි දේවල් සොයා ගැනීමයි. ඒ වගේම එවැනි වැරදි කළා නම් ඒ අය දඬුවම් ලැබිය යුතුයි. ඒකට මුළු ශ්‍රී ලංකා හමුදාවම ඒකට වගකිය යුතු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. යම් යම් ඒ මොකද හමුදාවක් විදිහට පොදු රජයේ උපදේශක් හෝ අනදීමක් සිද්ධ වෙලා නැහැ එවැනි විනාශයන් කරන්නට.
Regardless of who has committed those crimes, if they are found to be true, whether it is a top general, a senior politician, a former president or a normal soldier.
ඒක අපිට තාම කියන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. මේක පරීක්ෂණයකින් පසුව තමයි සොයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. අපිට කිසි කෙනෙක් එල්ල කරන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. ඉලක්ක කරන්න පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ.
Another issue many Sri Lankans talk to me about is your promise to fight corruption. We heard about investigations that continue to go on, but we haven't seen anyone brought to justice.
බොහොම පැහැදිලිව කියන්න ඕනේ දූෂණයට විරුද්ධව කටයුතු කිරීමේ ස්ථාවරය දැඩි ලෙස මම ක්‍රියාත්මක කරලා තිබෙනවා. එතකොට අපි මේ රජයේ බලයටපත් උනේ කැලෑ නීතිය ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න නෙවෙයි.
Some of them said, we know who are the corrupt politicians. It's not a secret in this country. So why is it taking so long?
ඔය ජනතාව මේ කියන්නේ කවුරු ගැනද කියන එක අපි බොහොම පැහැදිලිව දන්නවා. නමුත් මේ සෑම දෙයක්ම අපක්ෂපාතීව නීත්‍යානුකූලව කෙරෙන්නට ඕනේ. ද්වේෂයකින්, ක්‍රෝධයකින් නැත්නම් වෛරයකින් එහෙම නීතිය ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. ඒ කටයුතු කරන නිලධාරීන්ට තමන්ගේ කටයුතු කරගෙන යාමට ඉඩකඩ දෙන්නට ඕනේ. අපි අධිකරණයේ ස්වාධීන කරලා තිබෙනවා. මේ පරීක්ෂණ කරන ආයතන ස්වාධීන කරලා තිබුණා. ඕනෑම කෙනෙකුට මොන පක්ෂයේද මොන තනතුරේද මොන පවුලේද ඒක කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මේ 2016 අවුරුද්ද තමයි ප්‍රතිඵල පෙන්වීමට ආරම්භ වන වර්ෂය කියලා මම බොහොම පැහැදිලිව කියන්නට ඕනේ.
Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was participating at an event at the Sumangalarama in Matale at the time of Yoshitha Rajapaksa's arrest.
When we speak at the magistrate's court, at this moment my son has been produced before the magistrate court. He was arrested this morning. This is what is called good governance. I came here under such situation.
On to a developing story this evening, Navy officer Lieutenant Yoshitha Rajapaksa, who is the son of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, was arrested and produced in court today and was remanded until the 11th of February. Media Secretary of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and head of CSN, Ruhan Valivita, Nishanth Ranatunga, JTF Fernando and Kavishal Disanaika was also remanded until the 11th of February.
Officers of the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division recorded a statement from Lieutenant Yoshitha Rajapaksa at the Navy headquarters this morning. After the investigations that lasted for several hours, Yoshitha Rajapaksa was arrested and produced before the Kadula Magistrates Court. Media Secretary of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and head of CSN, Roshan Valivita, Nishanth Ranatunga, JTF Fernando and Kavishal Disanaika were questioned by the FCID and arrested. All four of them were produced before the Kadula Magistrates Court this evening. But they said that Yoshitha Rajapaksa, Roshan Valivita and Nishanth Ranatunga were questioned over monetary transactions at CSN. After being produced before the Kadula Magistrates Court, all 5 persons including Yoshitha Rajapaksa were remanded until the 11th of February.
Driver signal line.
Welcome back to the news. You're watching the primetime weekend bulletin on News First. Stefan Dujarric, the spokesperson for the UN Secretary General, speaking to reporters at the UN, says that it hopes Sri Lanka would fulfill its commitments.
On Sri Lanka, the Secretary General understands that the discussions in Sri Lanka on the transitional justice mechanism, including the judicial component, are ongoing. Broad-based national consultations are about to kick off, and they will help inform the modalities of the mechanism. The Secretary General also recalls that the Human Rights Council resolutions on Sri Lanka, co-sponsored by the current government, affirms the importance of a credible justice process and international participation in the judicial mechanism. He remains hopeful that the Sri Lankan government stands by its commitments and fully implements the resolution.
I want a story that made it to the headlines on a somber note. The post-mortem examination revealed that the cause of death of the 13-year-old girl who was murdered in Mawatagama Thalgaspitiya was strangulation. The funeral of the victim took place this evening. The body of the girl was moved to a residence in Morakwata at around midnight last night. Locals from the area flocked to the house this morning to pay their last respects. A large crowd of people attended the funeral despite their religious differences. They all want one thing, that is to impose the maximum punishment. Following religious observances this evening, the body of the girl was taken out of her house to be moved to the cemetery. Locals engaged in a silent protest demanding justice be served. The cortege moved on the very route in which the girl met with her untimely death. Residents demonstrated in close proximity to the Thalgaspitiya bridge.
They're destroying the children who are like flowers to us. Allow us to raise our children. This is a message to the IGP. Ensure that this is the last such crime. Look at what happened to Seya.
The little victim, Vijay Kumari, was laid to rest at the Siradunna Public Cemetery in Mawatagama. UMP's Central Provincial Councillor WMTB Varava criticized the recent actions of the police.
ස්වාධීන පොලිස් කොමිසම් පිහිටෙව්වා ඇඹිලිපිටියේ මිනී මැරීම සම්බන්ධයෙන්.
An independent police commission was established. Why did they remain idle for 28 days over the murder in Amblipitiya? There is no arrest made as yet. Therefore, we can understand how the independent police commission is functioning. We have an issue. Persons who were recruited to the police force over the past 20 years are the persons running this and are not allowing for investigations to continue. The AG's department is also preventing this. Every angle needs to be made independent. Simply establishing a commission will not make it independent. We are saddened by this. People ask me whether this is good governance.
ඒ ගැන අපි හරි කනගාටු වෙනවා. මේකද යහපාලනය කියලා මිනිස්සු හරියට අහනවා මේ ඇඹිලිපිටියේ මිනී මැරීම ගැන.
Have we forgotten? After the new government was elected, a large number of luxury vehicles used by officials in the previous regime were discovered. On the 22nd of January last year, the road around the presidential palace was open for vehicular movement. A large number of vehicles were discovered parked on the road. Then Minister of Law and Order John Amartunga said that there were approximately 1,600 vehicles parked there. Police discovered 8 state-owned vehicles within the premises of the Variapalli Economic Centre. Police said that these vehicles had the insignia of the Ministry of Economic Development, the Nation Building Ministry and several others. 53 vehicles worth over 220 million rupees and belonging to the Presidential Secretariat were discovered from a land of the Sri Javardhanapura Cooperative Society. It was revealed that 32 of them were bulletproof vehicles. 16 vehicles with the state insignia of Maganaguma were discovered from a land in Veeravilla. These vehicles are worth millions of rupees. I was informed that these are from the President's division used by various persons. I do not understand who would have utilized the 1,600 vehicles. Have we forgotten the statements made during the period of the elections on measures that need to be taken to put a stop to waste and corruption? The moment this government came into power, we saw how they went around the country and the presidential secretariat and discovered vehicles. Now today we have reason to believe if all these were just media charades. Even though they found these vehicles and said that investigations will be conducted, no such investigations have taken place. Where are these vehicles now? On the 8th of January, the people expected to establish good governance with the hope that measures will be taken against the wastage of these vehicles.
Have we forgotten? We touch on a story that made it to the headlines this evening. The Manning Market in Colombo, which stood at its location for almost 35 years, was officially relocated today.
The Colombo city is an area where people gather in large numbers. It is also one of the busiest cities in the country due to its urbanization and trade activities. Many of those who visit here are familiar with the place I am at right now. This is the main trade center in Colombo for vegetables and fruits, also known as the Manning Market. The previous government made many attempts to relocate this market. However, those attempts were pushed back due to various reasons. The Manning Market, which sees people arrive in their thousands, vehicles in their hundreds, and an improper system of shops created an issue over space in the Colombo city. The government aspires to make Colombo an upper-level city in the world with less hustle and bustle. Therefore, this has given an opportunity for all those traders. We are provided with everything. Everyone is ready to move ahead. We are happy about the relocation. There will be major changes. All those from Gaul and Mathara head directly to Dambulla. This will stop because persons can come from Kaduwela to Paliyagoda and make purchases. It is better to relocate the market to Paliyagoda. There is no issue. Sri Lanka is a developing nation. We appreciate such good things. Construction of the Manning Market in Paliyagoda commenced this morning in a bid to make way for the creation of the commercial city under the Megapolis project. The new Manning Market will span across an area of 25 acres of land in Paliyagoda, and construction is expected to end in 2018. Development processes in the past saw a number of shortcomings. The aim was good. However, when it was being implemented, there were issues and it faded away. If people do not visit any of the trade centers that were built, the funds will be washed away and the traders too will be stranded. This will become a burden to the nation. We need to be extra careful when it comes to development. The Megapolis project is taking place in a manner in which the people would enjoy the benefits of it. We will not operate under the contracts and proposals that come from here and there. We will not allow the corruption to take place. Our development is the development of the city of Colombo. It may be a loss for me. However, when you look at the development, 250 lorries reach the Manning Market. There is congestion. A road will be made to enter the elevated highway that will lead to Galle Face. That is the aspired development.
A live recording of the Newsfirst Gamma program took place on the coast of Chilau today. Now, this is incidentally the 23rd edition of the Newsfirst Gamma program, which brings the issues faced by the people to the attention of the relevant authorities. This edition of the Gamma program highlighted the issues faced by the fishing community in Chilau. The fishermen made this the forum to place their issues before the authorities who were present there. Gamma provides strength to the people who fail to raise their issues. Welcome back to the news. Now, public representatives of local government bodies are highly keen on the upcoming local government elections. Our special segment Before the Ballot takes a look.
Rather than holding an election, they postponed it for 8 months. We see this as an illegal act. This situation had caused more issues to the people in every electorate. This is undermining democracy. We urge for an election to be held no matter what the system is. Allow the people to elect the representatives for the administration. The President extended the tenure of the local government institutions in order to create an electoral system. Calling for election at different times will give way for various parties to make influences, and even from those in power. Therefore, it will be only just to hold the elections of the provincial council, municipal councils, urban councils and the Pradesh Sabhas all at the same time. It must be made clear that more was required for the creation of the electoral system for the elections. The two main parties are wasting time in order to ensure their grasp for power. This is illegal. We are against the process where local government institutions which are supposed to serve the people are functioning without a proper administration. The proportionate system is what I see as the best system to go ahead. We hope to see the creation of a just system without the preferential votes.
Minister of Housing and Construction Sajid Premadas speaking in Pannegamu, Hambantota, commented on the government's housing project.
This year, 200 Udagammana villages will be created with the use of public funds. I have taken up a challenge. While these 200 villages come to life, I will bring together personal contributions and create another 200 Udagammana villages. Then, during the year 2016, there will be 400 such villages. The lands will be provided free for the villagers. They will be given the right to live in the Udagammana villages and will be given 250,000 rupees to upgrade the house.
A walk was organized at the Akurasi Divisional Secretariat in line with the National Sports and Physical Fitness Week.
UNP MP Buddhika Patharana also participated in the walk. The walk that commenced from the Athurolia Divisional Secretariat concluded at the grounds of the Akurasa Central College.
The Education Department of Sri Lanka completes 150 years on the 7th of February 2019. Therefore, there is a need for the President, Prime Minister, Education Minister and Provincial Ministers to spearhead a program that is aimed at school children when the Education Department celebrates 150 years. I believe that this is a good opportunity for Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam to engage in that task.
The annual inter-house sports meet of Rahul Vidyalaya Mulleriava took place yesterday.
The sports meet was held under the auspices of Western Provincial Councillor Susil Kindelbitia and United National Party MP S.M. Marika.
I wish to announce that in the future, the past pupils from this school will be made as a chairman of the Pradesh Sabha and this ground will be given to the schools. The locals too must be allowed to use this. In the future, the school ground will be developed and a flyover will also be constructed.
When the appointments were being made for the Western Province Education Advisory Service, I requested the new government to also include me in the committee. Like it or not, we must accept that Kolonnawa is where there is a large number of low-income earners in the Colombo district. That is why I focus mainly on education. Our dream is to ensure that the talented persons in Kolonnawa do not leave and ensure that they contribute towards the development of Kolonnawa. We need to make this dream a reality.
You're watching the Weekend Primetime News Bulletin here on TV1 and Shakti TV. Now, from the crisis in Syria and the turmoil in Switzerland, we have details on the other side of the international desk. Now, before we wrap up today's Primetime News Bulletin, it's a reminder that we give out to you that if you missed out on any of the stories that was here tonight, you could do so by logging on to our website, that is www.Newsfirst.lk, and keep abreast of the latest and trending stories. With that being said, it's time for us to wrap up the news. Thank you very much for stopping by and have yourself a pleasant weekend ahead. For the News1st team, I'm Joel Outsgoon. Good night.